Yeah, this as it is already everything. It may appear as anything. It may appear as talking. It may appear as waiting for something to be spoken. It may appear as anything because it's just everything. It can never be known. It can never be understood because there's nothing really outside of everything to know everything and understand everything because it's already whole. It's already everything. So it's beautiful for nobody because already there is nobody here who's even listening to what is being spoken. And there is nobody here who's even talking. That's just what seems to be happening. It's got nothing to do with what seems to be a separate somebody. Because what seems to be a separate somebody can only be wholeness appearing as that. So there's never really anything separate here. There's just everything. And that which seems to be searching for this is already this. So there is nobody outside of this to know this and become this. It is not a thing that can be pointed at. It can never be held in view. It can never be seen. It can never be known because there's nothing really outside of it to know it. It can never really be spoken because as it is already wordless. It doesn't need any word to be spoken for it to be what it is. It doesn't require anything to happen for it to be what it is. And it doesn't look for anything to find it because there's nothing outside of it. Everything is it already. All is this, no matter what shape or form it may appear to be. It's just totality appearing as that. Even that which may seem to be asking a question, even that which may seem to be giving an answer, is already totality appearing as that. So there is already everything, and there is nobody outside of everything. So if anyone would like to share something or to ask any question, feel free to do so. Yeah, Rick.
I have a question. Is what you've been describing, is that love?
It's everything. It's everything. It's this talking and that's which is asking a question. Even the silence itself is also it. Love is also included in it. There's nothing outside of it. It's already everything. The thinking, wondering, searching, feeling love, feeling sadness, worrying, hopelessness. It's everything. And there's nobody who's experiencing that. There's no separate somebody who's experiencing hopelessness, feeling love, uh, doing anything. There's no doer. It's just totality appearing as everything.
So I intend to get disturbed by my thoughts. How, or should I be trying to stop that? Or should I, I guess, how do I occupy my mind with something other than that intensity, I guess?
There is nobody there to do anything about what's happening. What's happening has no doer. What's happening, it happens, but there's no experiencer of what's happening. It's just what seems to be happening, and there's no why. It's more like passing clouds in the blue sky. They come and go. They don't last. They are there in a minute, in the next second, they are gone. Black clouds pass, blue, yellow clouds or white clouds, but the blue sky doesn't mind. It just allow the clouds to pass, to be as they are, keep on passing until they are gone. So there is never really a separate person to do anything about what's happening. Thoughts come and go, they appear and disappear. And thoughts themselves, when they are looked for, they can never really be found. You know, even that which seems to be looking is already not there. So there is nothing looking, and there are no thoughts already. This may also appear as I'm the body thought. You know, it may appear which is the separate person, which is an imagination appearing in it as well. So there is never really a separate person who can suffer as a result of anything. It can only be a thought, which is this appearing as that. The I am the body thought that seems to say, um, I'm Rick. I was born one day in a certain location. I went to a certain school. I have a family. That's just a thought. And thoughts can never really be found because they are not even there. They seem to be there, but never really there. They can be seen as just an imagination, which is also totality appearing as that. It's got nothing to do with the separate self. The you that you are referring to is just a thought construct that may seem to suffer as a result of other thoughts. Yet, there's also the totality appearing as that. So the thinker of thoughts is already not there as real. They're just thoughts appearing for nobody. This, as it is already empty. It's spacious. There's no center to it. There's no separation. If there seem to be a separation, it can only be an imagination appearing in it. A thought that seems to say, I'm separate, is not an evidence that there's a real separation. It's just a thought. It's the thought that says, I'm this body, I'm the body. You know, there's nobody there. It's just what seems to appear in this. It appears and disappears. So there is already nothing. There's nobody here. There are no people here. There's just nothing. They may appear a thought that seems to say, oh, I'm in this meeting, I'm looking at different people, that those are just thoughts, which is also what is this appearing as that. It's not to say it's wrong or right. It's just what's happening. Mm. Mm, mm. So there is always that silence which is undisturbed, where thoughts, sensations may seem to appear and disappear. Everything comes and goes, appears and disappears. But that silence is always there. It doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. It is not interested in the activity which is appearing from it. This silence, which is everything, just this, isn't going anywhere. Even when there is an argument that may seem to be going on, even when there seem to be a talking that seems to be happening, discussion, that silence is always there. And then it doesn't go anywhere. In the midst of war going on, bodies falling down, people running away, explosions happening, that silence is always there. Doesn't go away. It is just this. It is everything. And that the activity itself is appearing from that silence and disappearing again from it. It is already here, already. Even this talking that seems to be happening right now is already happening in it, as it. Any question that may arise is arising from that silence and disappearing from it. Any answer that may be given is arising from that and disappearing from it. But it, as it is, it remains undisturbed.
So my seeking is just arising from that silence for no reason.
Well, it's not your seeking. It's just seeking, appearing and disappearing.
But
it doesn't belong to anyone.
Right, but it's seeking. I am arising from that silence. The sense of me is also arising from that silence. So the seeking arising from the silence to me that is arising from the silence. So as I'll say, it's arising to me, everything, but for no purpose.
There's only silence.
Well, I thought didn't you say things appear and disappear? The clouds?
It's silence. It's silence appearing.
Right.
And disappearing. Appearing as
me
clouds.
Seeking. Or it appears as me seeking.
Yes, there's no real you who's separate. It's just silence appearing as.
So appearing to nobody, not even to the silence?
Yes. There's
the
just silence.
but okay, but there's something appearing from the out of the silence. So does the silence know that appearing? Is it aware that is appearing as a cloud?
So it's not divided. When I say it appears, there is no it doesn't make that to be divided. There's no dividing line. No. As it appears as silence. It's silence appearing as a you, as clouds, or what seems to be clouds. But we also know that these are just labels, you know. There are no real clouds. It's just silence, you know. Even you, there's no real separate you. It's just silence appearing as that. So it's all silence. In the story, there may seem to be labels that are given, that are appearing as well. We may seem to say, it's there's Don, there's Michael, there's Rick, there's Dan. But the story itself is also silence. It's not that when it appears, it becomes separate. No, it's just one thing. The story itself and the characters are just silence. All is this already. Even the appearing itself is silence. There's nothing separate. There's nothing outside of this. So you can call it whatever, it doesn't mind. You can say it's silence, it's this, God, a raccoon, a chicken, a mouse, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't mind the words because itself as it is, it's worthless. And words themselves can never really describe this. It can never really be described by words. Words can be used as concepts, you know. They can never really describe this. This is beyond any description. That's what seems to be looking for an answer is already the answer.
I don't think I've heard it as clearly said, Nkosi, even though I know you've said it. That which seems to be looking for the answer is already the answer. That just hit me as pretty powerful right now.
Yeah, it's, there's no separation, really. There's no separation. There may be labels that may seem to appear. That's it's a computer screen, Alice, it's Dawn, it's Rick, it's Michael. Those are just labels. But this is just this. And labels are appearing in this as this. They are also not separate. There's no separation here. Even the I am the body thought, they seem to say, oh, I'm this person, I'm here in the meeting, is also totality appearing as that thought. The thought that claims to be the body. I am this body. But the body has never said it's the body. Has never said anything. So everything is beautiful. It's not to say there's wrong or there's anything wrong or right. Everything is accepted as it is. There's no judgment here because everything is an expression of this. And this has no limitations. Yet, in its limitlessness, it may appear as a limitation. And that's beautiful too. It's not wrong or right. It's just what's happening. So what you really are is vast, is all encompassing, is everywhere present. It's not just the body, it's everything. The I'm the body is a thought. It's just a thought. It's nothing special about it. And thoughts come and go. The thinker of thought is just another thought, which is also what is totality appearing as that. And the thinker of thoughts, that thought may seem to have a weight. I am here, I'm a man. So just another thought. So here, there's really nothing to get. There's nobody here to get anything. There's nowhere to get to. There are no steps. There's nothing to reach. that which seems to be looking for this is already this. There's already nothing looking. There's already nothing to find. There's already nothing on it that is on a journey. It's all just nothing. There may be some sensations that are felt, but that's not an evidence that there's a real somebody. It's just sensations. Sensations and thoughts appearing. It don't mean anything. It's all just this. And this right here doesn't know anything. There's nobody here already. There's just everything. And there's nobody there already. Even in the midst of questions arising, searching happening, there's nobody there. There's no doer. There's no separation here.
I'm having these thoughts as you're talking. There's got to be something more than this as I look around, and that and there's got to be something more than this. But I'm sort of seeing that there's got to be something more than this, and that makes me laugh. That a laughter seems to occur here. I mean, I guess I'm first maybe that's just a thought, like you're saying. There's got to be something more than this, and maybe this is what you say. This is what it is. This is it, and that thought too. There's got to be more than this is also that, or that is also this thought. So
all is this.
So it's all okay. This is all is this. Me saying there's got to be something more than this. All that is this, or all this is that.
All is this already. Even when a thought arises that seems to say, I don't get it, it's already this. Another one may appear and say, oh, I've got it now. It's already this.
And that
there may seem to be another one that seems to say, oh, I'm on the way. Keep on talking, Nkosi. It's all just this.
So none of those are better or more preferable than the other. So if I say there's got to be more than this, and let's say you say this is all there is, there's no difference because it's all
Beautiful.
this.
It's all this, yes, already. Even it may appear to say, I'm giving up now. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this meeting. It's just totality appearing as that. It may appear to say, I hate each and every one of you. It doesn't matter. All is this already. Say something else. Anything.
Hey Don, can you unmute? What steps would you take? What steps would you take to get to what you already are?
Well, my steps are meditation, yoga, those kinds of steps. Being here in this meeting. Okay, we'll use this one here. Being in this meeting right here is, I say, a step that I am taking to whatever you ask, to find the answer, whatever.
No, I said what steps
Oh.
would you take to get closer to what you already are?
What steps did I take?
No. What steps could you take
Coming to this meeting.
to be what you already are?
Yes, I'd still say coming to this meeting. I mean, to become what I already am, must include this, what I'm doing, being here at this meeting. Because I'm not separate than this meeting. So there are no steps or all steps.
Well, Michael, I'm really glad you asked the question because that really pulled the rug out from under me. It's just so obvious at this moment, there are no steps. It's so simply honest.
This is already effortless. There's no efforts here. To do or become anything. That which is effortless and obvious. It doesn't make any efforts. It is obvious to itself. It's self-luminous. It shines effortlessly. There's everything. It may appear to say anything. It may appear to ask questions. It may appear to give an answer. It may appear to laugh. It may say anything. It doesn't really matter. It's all just this. They say, I get it. I've lost it. I found it again. I don't want to lose it.
You just read my mind, Nkosi. You just spoke it.
Yeah. It's not separate already.
So, okay, so right now I'm not seeing it as clearly as I did 7 minutes ago. And and there's just some, so then of course there arises, I notice, an effort to attempt to get what I had 7 minutes ago. And
You have lost it.
to get, because there's no separation.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
what I saw 7 minutes ago was real clear. It didn't have an explanation. It was just clear. So do I just like notice what I'm noticing now and just noticing, I guess there's nothing else to notice. I guess I'm trying to figure it out again, just like Don.
That's what seems to be trying to figure it out. Is it not it already?
It what?
That's what seems to be trying to get it. Is that outside of it?
No. No, it can't be, because there's no separation.
Yeah,
That's
all
it.
is this already. All is this already. Even that which seems to be asking a question right now is already it. Is already it searching for itself.
It's already it searching for itself.
Yet it never loses itself. It's all it's whole and complete already. I have lost it can only be a thought appearing in it. There's nobody to lose it. Because in the first place, nobody has ever found it. There's nobody to find it, there's nobody to lose it. There's only it. So you are it already. That which is searching is already it. There's nobody who's separate from it already. Separation is just an imagination. It's all imagined. As Michael said, no steps are needed to get to where you are already.
So then any step that we would imagine ourselves to be where we already are would be like a hindrance, or would like be a little blockage or something, wouldn't it? Because any step that we take to get away from it keeps us away from it, but it couldn't really keep us away from it because it's all this.
Yeah, I would say even a step that may seem to be imagined is also totality appearing as that.
All this.
So everything is already that.
Right. Yes, I hear you.
The imaginary step, the imaginary journey, the searching, thinking, the thinking of going somewhere, reaching some certain goal or destination. It is also everything appearing as that. There is no separation. Yeah. This as it is, appearing as I am the body thought, may say anything, may say, oh, I want to get this, I want to possess it and be able to share with other people as well this beautiful message. No, it may say, no, I got this for 1 week, and then after 1 week, I lost it. I want to find it again. It's all just totality appearing as that. There isn't anybody who found it and lost it. It may appear to say anything. Anything may arise here. This, as it is, isn't separate. It's just everything. Everything that may seem to be spoken here, it's not personal. And everything that may seem to be spoken everywhere, it isn't personal. It's just everything speaking. So I would say as well, I've never spoken to anybody. There's nobody here already. There's just this. There may be a dot that says, I, uh, I came to this meeting. There's nothing here. Nobody came to this meeting. It's just a thought. And there's no meeting. There's just this.
You know, it's understandable that you would think of this as steps, right? Because I was just thinking about there's the 12-step program. So it's very common amongst humans to set goals, and one day if you do these 12 steps, and but that's not what's being shared at this meeting. There are no steps. So steps could only be an imagination.
Yeah.
But not my imagination. Because when you say they only can be an imagination, I would go, well, my imagination, but it can't be that because there's no me. So it's everything that is imagining it. Everything is imagining the 12 steps.
Yeah, there's only everything.
I guess when you talk about that, Michael, and the way the meeting was going tonight, I'm so grateful for it, because it's just like when you talk about the 12 steps, it's just funny because there couldn't be any steps to this. It's all just this.
Yeah.
So obviously it would have to be an imagination if I thought, well, I'll get closer if I do this, or
Yeah.
I don't know
But
what, I don't know, but closer.
But my question always is that where that imagination that you're speaking of, where is that coming from? I always keep hearing it in these kind of meetings like it's personal, like it's my imaginary imagination or something like that. Because people keep referring to it's only in imagination, but imagination is everything. So the imagination is everything, imagining. So it's hard to say, well, it's just an imagination. An imagination to everything is everything. Imagination is not separate.
That's where logic
Yeah.
ends. You're trying with logic, and logic is like a dog chasing its tail.
Well, you got to explain a little more than that. That's not good
Well,
enough.
it's not explainable. That's what I'm hearing being presented. It's not explainable. And, that was Michael's question about what steps can you take to get to where you already are. If you apply logic, it doesn't add up. You can't go to where you already are. But now I've used logic, but still. But I know actually exactly, Don, you're quite consistent with that particular question. I know exactly what you're hearing, that something, that imagination is not real. However, everything is this. So why isn't imagination real and this? Why are we separating out imagination from this? And at the same token, Nkosi and everybody else keep saying it's all this already. And also it's okay. There's nothing wrong with imagination. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. 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 All is this already, whether it's an imagination, no imagination, speaking, not speaking, getting it or not getting it. It doesn't really matter. This is already wordless. There are no words. No words already. It's already the case. Even before seeking may appear, it's already the case. Even before words may appear, it's already here. Doesn't mind the words. It doesn't mind the seeking. It doesn't mind the story.
Any last comments or questions before we close out this evening?
Well, just, I mean, always just a thank you for this, for Nkosi-Michael, and everybody here. I've gone, I think like Alice said too, for her somewhat, I've been up and down in this last hour. Probably I've been enlightened 1,000 times and in heavy depression 1,000 times, all in the hour. And I'll be practicing in one of my steps on how you, I want to be enlightened. Okay, I want the enlightenment all the time. I'm tired of that other thing that, you know, that isn't real anyway. But so I guess I just have to keep coming back here and sitting in these meetings and having my mind blown up. Okay, that's it. But I thank you. Love you all. And welcome, Bernard, to the
Thank
group.
you. And yeah,
Sorry.
and also thank you as well. I feel very grateful to be to be sitting in this meeting. Beautiful.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Nkosi.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.